Hello students, welcome to online biology classes. This is the ninth day of environmental issue. In last 8 session, we covered almost all the vague topic which are related to the pollution. Yes, and the same pollution will affect the resources also. But sometimes the resources are damaged or degraded due to the improper resources utilization or the maintenance work. This is another aspect. Yes, if you take the introduction of this chapter, what they told, if the population increases, that will exert the pressure on the resources, and second one, that will create the pollution. That is the second aspect. And the pollution topic, we covered the air pollution, water pollution, then the solid waste management, radioactive pollution, then the serious global issue like the global warming and the ozone hole formation. So all these topics, almost the 80% of this chapter is related to the pollution related topic. Now this is how we are going to manage the resources. That is a major concern. Yes. So main heading, degradation by improper resources utilization and the maintenance one. Yes. So only in this chapter only the maintenance of the soil and the whatever the problem created the improper drainage facility, that is covered one. So two subheadings are there. First one is first topic, that is soil erosion and desertification. This is one topic. So another topic is the waterlogging and the soil salinity. So first we will cover this topic, then later on we will see the next one. So soil erosion and desertification. Yes, soil erosion means before that one. So in ecosystem chapter we covered the how the fertile soil is formed. The nature of the soil is depend on the nature of the rock on which it is formed. So black soil, red soil, alluvial soil, different types of soils are there. Its composition, everything is totally different. The soil formation takes thousands of years. If you take the soil profile, so top fertile soil where the humus is present. Yes. So for the soil formation, physical, chemical, biological weathering take place. So soil particles form, fine clay particle. In that one again humus is added. So when the soil plus humus is combined, then only fertile soil is formed. So the soil formation take thousands of years if the human intervention is not clear. So the same soil is lost easily if it is not properly maintained. So first point, formation of soil take thousands of years. Formation of, I am writing fertile soil, take thousands of years. Yes, the same soil same fertile soil can be lost by easily if it is not maintained properly. Yes. So if you take the ecosystem services also, yes, in that also they told the soil formation cover almost 50% of weightage. If you take whatever the benefit we are getting from the ecosystem one, in that one soil formation is of first priority. If the soil is not there, the growth of the plant will not take place. That's why soil formation as a main function in the ecosystem. So how the means when it is not properly maintained one, when the soil erosion take place means the reason for the soil erosion. Reasons for soil erosion. So soil erosion means if the top fertile soil is not properly bind with the root soil, if the vegetation is present, the main function of the root it means The absorption of water and minerals is different. So it will hold the soil particle. So due to that one, soil erosion will not take place. If the vegetation is missing, yes, then the same fertile soil is exposed to the wind, water, and even almost all the physical factor. Due to that one, the soil erosion take place, the water erosion, then the wind erosion. So different type of erosion take place. So top fertile soil will deposit somewhere else. Clear? So main reason for the soil erosion means uh, overcropping, unrestricted grazing, then deforestation, improper irrigation or improper drainage system. So only four terms are given in the textbook. So overcropping or overcultivation. If you take any agriculture land, it has its own capacity that can produce the crop for 2 or 3 times only. Overcropping means whatever the minerals are present, we are extracting repeatedly. This is a overcropping. Yes, fertility decreases. Unrestricted grazing means if the vegetation, grassland is present, then the cattle are grazing on that grassland. Almost all the top vegetation is removed. Unrestricted grazing means if the grazing is restricted to a particular geographical area, then the soil erosion can be reduced from. If the unrestricted means if the grazing takes place everywhere, then the top vegetation is lost one. Deforestation means if the big trees are cut for the timber, firewood, or even for the furniture's one, then the loss of forest takes place. Due to that one, again soil erosion takes place. Last one, improper irrigation or the drainage system in the agriculture land or in the open land. Due to all these reasons, topsoil lost. Gradually, that land is became arid. Means if vegetation is there, soil is there, and humus is there, that soil has a particular property. It has a water holding capacity. In that one, microflora is there, even microbes are present. So if the moisture is lost one, then the top fertile soil is lost, and below the sand particles are exposed to the nature. Clear? So initially this is a small patch of land, fertile land. That fertile land turn into arid land. So due to the soil erosion, what form? The fertile land transformed into arid land. Now what is arid land means? It is a complete non-fertile dry land where the water holding capacity is not there and the top fertile soil is not there. Only the rocks and the sand particles are there. This is the arid land. So if this is a one arid land created due to the soil erosion, and this is another arid land, and this is also formed due to the soil erosion, and in between that one the fertile land is there. Gradually these two arid land increase its area and they will merge each other. They will join and form large non-fertile area. Like this one, the area of arid land increases. Now this soil erosion lead to the next phenomena that is called the desertification. If you compare, forest land is a fertile one where the vegetation is present, soil profile is there. If you compare the grassland also, grasses are there, even soil profile is there, the soil is fertile, water holding capacity is there. If you take the desert, its physical features are totally different. In desert, you will get only sand dunes. Yes, soil is not there. So the fertile land gradually turn into arid land. The arid land gradually turn into deserts. Now what they are going to tell that due to the human activity, either it's for the agriculture or the urbanization, the fertile forests are turned into the agriculture land turn into the arid land turn into the almost desert one. So fertile land transform into the arid land due to the merging of this arid land, due to merging of small arid land with deserts are formed. Now, desert is completely hot, dry area where it is impossible to grow any plant, where the water is also missing one. So, due to the soil erosion, desertification is deserts are formed. This process is called as a desertification. This is a major serious issue for the environmentalists across the world. So this is the first one. So what it means, if the proper cropping is not done, if the proper grazing is not done, if the desertification means deforestation is not controlled one, if the proper irrigation is not maintained one, then whatever the fertile soil present may be lost. Yeah. So gradually the fertile land turn into deserts one, which is serious for the humankind. So this is the one issue which is related to the soil. Now next, one more heading is there, that is water logging and soil salinity. So again, two problems are there. One is the water logging, second one is the soil salinity. So in the simple language they explain in the NCERT textbook, try to understand what is water logging and what is the salinity. Water logging means if the agriculture land is supplied with the excess amount of water, means the water body is present nearby only, the farmers will use the water in excessive amount. Second one, if the seepage occur from the pipelines unnecessarily, otherwise if the proper drainage system is not there, otherwise proper percolation system is not there. Yes, if water is standing on the soil, so some amount of water will percolate and it is added to the groundwater bodies. Yes, if the percolation rate is very less, then the water will standing on that area only. That state where the water is standing for the longer period, that is called the water logging. For example, if you take the some crops require the large amount of water. If you take the sugar cane and the rice, paddy field, they require large amount of water repeatedly. So if you compare the land where the sugar cane is grown and the paddy, the wheat and the rice is grown one, gradually the fertility of the soil is lost one. Yes. So water logging means due to the excess supply of water, due to the improper drainage system, water will stand there only for the longer period. So what is the main reason? Due to excess supply of water and due to improper drainage, water will stand for longer period. It is called as a water logging. So first problem with the water logging, even if you take any fertile soil, the space which is present in the water soil particles, in that one air is present. That's why whenever the watering carries out, the air is removed and water is filled in that space. If the water is standing continuously, the air is removed from that soil. This will create the anaerobic condition first. Clear? Due to the anaerobic condition, decomposition will not take properly and some toxic chemicals are released one, that is harmful for the crop plant. Understood? If the water standing is come for the longer period, whatever the air is present in the soil layer, the air is removed, oxygen is removed, then that will create the anoxic condition. In absence of oxygen, the decomposition is not proper one. Some poisonous gases means poisons are released one, that is harmful for the crop plant. First one. So water logging create the remove the air, this water logging remove air, and that will create the anaerobic condition. This will lead to this will damage the crop plant. Yes, this is one. Second one, if water is standing there, due to the increase in temperature, gradually the water will evaporate. Yes, so if the standing water is lost one, specifically in the semi-arid area. Yes, for example, this is the one agriculture land which is in the depression one. The water is standing for the longer period. This is the water. Yes, this is the water. Gradually this water is lost due to the evaporation. Yes, so once the water start evaporating, this losing water will draw the minerals which are present in the lower profile. Whatever the salt present in the deep below, these salts will ascend and the salt will accumulate on the surface. This salt will come to the surface. The standing water during the evaporation, this will draw the salts from the lower profile and the salts start accumulating on the surface. The salts start accumulating on the surface. Yes, so what is the problem? The standing water draw the salts from lower profile and deposited as crust on the surface. Gradually, the salt concentration increases on the surface. Yes, water is evaporated. So, if the salt concentration, if these salts are accumulated nearby the root, so here the plants are there, these are the roots. Yes, so the roots are surrounded by the salt particle. So, now roots are surrounded by salt particle. This is inimical to the plant growth. Obviously, if the soil particle which is surrounding the roots one loaded with the large amount of salts one, then the osmotic balance disturbs. The water absorbing capacity of root disturbs one. Due to that one, normal physiological activity will not take place. This will indirectly affect the yield of the plant. Simply, if the water is standing for the longer period, it will create the anaerobic condition. This is damage the crop plant. Second, in semi-arid area, if the evaporation takes place, so the standing water will draw the minerals or the salts from the lower profile and deposit it on the surface in the form of thin layer. Clear? So this layer surrounds the roots. Clear? So due to presence of salts surrounding that root one, the osmotic balance is disturbed one. Ultimately, the growth of this plant decreases one. Yield decreases one. So simple ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳೋದಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕಬ್ಬಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಕಬ್ಬು ಅಥವಾ ಭತ್ತ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಜವಳ ಹಿಡಿಯೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಜವಳ ಹಿಡಿಯೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ನೀರು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ನಿಂತ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಳಿ ಕಲರ್ ಒಂದು ಲೇಯರ್ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಕ್ಯುಮುಲೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಜವಳಿ ಹಿಡಿದು ಅದರ ಫರ್ಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ದ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲಿನಿಟಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ the salt concentration of that soil is more one. The soil becomes saline. Yes? So waterlogging is one problem. If it is not properly maintained, then it lead to the soil salinity. Similar to here on. If the soil erosion is not controlled, it lead into the desertification. Waterlogging means improper drainage ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ನೀರು ಬಂದಿರ್ತದೆ. ಹೆಚ್ಚು ನೀರಾದ ಕೂಡಲೇ anaerobic ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ನೀರು ಇವ್ಯಾಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಳಗಿಂದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನು ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜವಳು ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತೆ, ಜವಳು ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ದ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫಿಸಿಯಾಲಜಿ, ದೆನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಸ್, yield decreases. So this is about the degradation of resources due to the improper resources utilization. ನಾವು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ improper maintenance. Clear? So this is another aspect. That's why whatever the resources are present surrounding area, it should be utilized and it should be maintained in the proper and efficient manner. Then only the resources are the productive in nature. So this is one topic. The next topic is deforestation. I hope this topic is clear now. Yes? Is this clear? Shall we go to the next topic? So just wait for a second. Again, we'll move to the next topic. Yes, next topic related to the resource management today. That is a deforestation. Now only we covered the degradation by the improper resource utilization and the maintenance one. The soil erosion sometimes lead to the desertification, waterlogging sometimes lead to the soil salinity. Deforestation, as the name suggests, deforestation. So what it means, it is nothing but converting the forest land into non-forest area. Simply, whatever the forest is present, either it is evergreen forest or the deciduous forest, whichever form, conversion of the forest land into the non-forest area. Non-forest area means simply cutting the trees. Yes, this is a deforestation and it is a major issue for the human being. Clear? So as the population grows, the demand for the firewood, then after the fodder, then fuel, everything increases. Clear? To meet this demand, the human being gradually cutting the trees from the forest area, and to fulfill the growing population means the food demand also increases, the forest area gradually turn into the agricultural area. This is the main reason. So what the data they give, almost 40% of the forest of the tropical area is lost. Tropical area means, if you take this earth one, this is the equator, this is 0° latitude. Yes, so the tropical area means, so this area, the area which is just beside this equator, where the biodiversity is maximum. So from this belt, almost 40% of forest is lost. And from the temperate region, this is a tropical region, this is a tropical region. From tropical region, 40% of the forest land is lost one, and this is the temperate, and this is also temperate land. From this one, only 1% of the forest is lost. Yes, so this is one fact. Second one, the same scenario you can see in the India also. India is called a subcontinent because geographically it is a larger one. It is 7th largest country. It extends from the Jammu Kashmir to the Kerala, from here Gujarat to the Meghalaya. It is the largest one. you will get almost all the type of ecosystem. The forest is there, coastal area is there, then the deserts are there, grassland is there, so mangroves are present. So it is a subcontinent. Yes. So in the beginning of this century, yes, the India means 30% of the total geographical area of India is covered by the forest. Means according to means two facts are there. So what they told, 40% of forest in tropical area and 1% of forest in temperate area is lost. Similarly, in India also, India in the beginning of this century, 30% of geographical area is covered by forest. 30%. But at the end of this century, only 19.4% of geographical area covered by forest. Yes. So this is a serious issue. So within 100 years, almost 10% of forest area is lost. So according to National Forest Policy, so that is authority, what they told, according to National Forest Policy, if the plain area is there, that area should be covered, 33% of that area covered with the forest lawn. Plain area means if this is a land, it is a planar area. So this is just, for example, this is a area, plain area. 33% of the land must be covered with the forest area. Means according to National Forest Policy, plains must have 33% of forest. Yes, but in slope or hill area must contain 67% of forest. Yes, so plain means these are the planar area. Slope means this one. Why the percentage more here? If the planar area contains 33% of forest one, that is enough to sustain the normal ecological means balance. Here in hilly area, if here the vegetation cover decreases, the soil erosion is a rapid one. So the slope must contain almost 60% of geographical area covered with the forest one. So some facts based on this number, the assertion reason may ask. Yeah. So this is main. Now what is the reason for the deforestation? So main reason means as the population increases one, to fulfill their food demand, agriculture must be expanded one. That's why the forest is converted to agricultural land. This is the first reason. So to fulfill their electricity demand, the hydro electricity should be generated on. That's why big hydro means big dams are constructed one. For the transportation, the roads should be laid down, even the railroads even. So the almost population is inhabited in the urban area. Due to that one, again deforestation occurs. Ultimately, for the urbanization, for the agricultural expansion, for the transportation, for the irrigation, for the construction of dam, for the many reasons, forests are cut off. Clear? So, but in NCERT textbook, they highlighted only on the agriculture. Yes, to fulfill their food demand, the forest is converted to agriculture land. But in that one, particular practices are mentioned. Specifically, the slash and burn cultivation they have mentioned. So, main reason for deforestation means in that one, agriculture is a main reason. Clear? So, in that one, what they covered, slash and burn agriculture or zoom cultivation. That explained. So this is almost 2 or 3 marks question in the examination. This slash and burn agriculture or the zoom cultivation, yes, this is usually practiced in the northeastern state. Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Tripura, these are the northeastern states. Clear? So what they practiced? So in zoom cultivation, the farmers will select one forest area. Yes, they cut down the tree. Yes, they select the forest area, they cut down the tree, and they use that wood one, and whatever the remains are there, they burn. After burning, whatever the ash is created that is mixed with the soil in the form of fertilizer. Yes, after that one, that area which is clear one, that area is either used for the agriculture or the grazing purpose. Clear? For the animal husbandry. So they will practice the agriculture for 1 or 2 years on that same area. After that, they will leave that area. Again, they will select the another forest area, and they will repeat the same process. Yes, what they done in slash and burn area. So they first cut the trees from forest for agriculture purpose. After utilizing their wood, they burn the plant remains, and the ash is used in the form of fertilizer. Yes, then the open land is used for cultivation or grazing. Yes, after 1 or 2 years, they leave this area. Yes, and shifted to another forest land and repeat the process. Yes, so zoom cultivation points cure. So it is usually practiced in the northeastern state. So they select one forest area, they cut down the tree, they utilize the wood, and they burn the plant remain. Whatever the ash is created, that is used as a fertilizer, then they use that open land for the cultivation or the grazing purpose. So after 1 or 2 years, they leave that area. Again, they will select another forest area, again they will cut the tree, again they practice the same steps. So they leave this area for their recovery. In olden days, population is very less, so they are leaving that area for the longer period for the recovery. The land will recover, and in that one, almost nutrient vegetation will develop. But now, what happened? Due to the increase in population, the repeated cultivation take place. Due to that, one recovery phase is missing. That's why large amount of forest area turn into agriculture, that agriculture turn into the barren land. So due to that one, the deforestation occurs. Yes. So nowadays recovery phase is not given for that the open land. So repeated cultivation is carried out. So this is a zoom cultivation or the slash and burn cultivation. So now what are the effects of the this one deforestation? Now we are going to come. So this is about the deforestation. Some facts they are given, and in that one only one zoom cultivation topic they covered. So now what are the implications of deforestation? Again they are given. Just 3-4 points are there. Just go through these points first. What are the consequences or the impacts of deforestation? What are the effects or the impacts of the deforestation? So common sense. So if the deforestation occurs, yes, what they told, minimum according to the National Forest Policy Plan, if you take the any planar area, 33% of that area should be covered with the vegetation, forest. If it is a slopey or the hilly area, 67% of the area should be covered with the forest area. Yes, clear? So if that much forest or vegetation is not there, what will happen? So if the vegetation cover of forest is decreased one, what is the first implication? First one, the carbon dioxide concentration in atmosphere increases. Yes, obviously. If you take any plant one, so this is a plant, big one, tree. Yes. So this body is organic. Almost every part is made up of the carbon compound. Take it is either glucose or protein or DNA, RNA. In that one, carbon is present. Yes. If the plant body is formed one, the large amount of carbon is stuck in this body, then this is nothing but the biomass. If the forest is present, large amount of carbon is present on the earth in the form of the plant biomass only. It acts as a reservoir. If you cut this plant one and if you use this plant for the any purpose, the same carbon is entered into the atmosphere. Yes, specifically carbon dioxide. If the carbon dioxide concentration increases in the atmosphere, straightway it leads to the greenhouse effect and the global warming impact increases. So main thing, if the forests are not there, the carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere increases, indirectly it leads to the global warming. This is the first. Second impact, loss of biodiversity due to habitat destruction. Yes, so India is one of a mega diversified country. If you visit Western Ghats or the northeast state, you will get the great diversity of the flora and fauna. So India is one of the mega diversified country. Similarly, many countries are there. So if the forests are losing, clear, then biodiversity decreases. The organism which is dependent on the forest, they lose their habitat and diversity is in the dangerous state only. So indirectly, deforestation will affect the biodiversity balance. Clear? So loss of biodiversity due to the habitat destruction or the loss one. Third one, hydrological cycle disturbs or water cycle. Yes, if you take this water cycle in a simple means only, water body is present or the vegetation is present, from these two evapotranspiration take place, from the water body evaporation take place, from the plant body transpiration take place. The same water will enter into the atmosphere, condensation take place, again precipitation occurs. So evaporation, transpiration, condensation, precipitation. Only three mechanisms are. So if the plant body or the vegetation or the forests are missing, so the rate of evaporation decreases. So somehow the hydrological cycle disturbs. Means rate of precipitation, sometimes the pattern of rain disturb. Abrupt rainfall take place. So hydrological cycle take place. Means simply, so this is the plant. Yes, these are the roots. The root will absorb the water. The same water enter into the shoot body. If you take the rate one, this plant will absorb 100 liters of water. Out of that one, only 10 liters are utilized for its metabolic activity. 90 liters of water is lost in the form of vapor. This is a transpiration. Means out of 100 liters, 90 liters of water went into the atmosphere. If you cut this tree, yes, then the water will remain in the soil only. The evaporation process will not take place. Then the next water cycle will disturb. So destruction of tree or the deforestation disturb the water cycle. So as I told in the last topic, if the vegetation is not there, obviously soil erosions is more. Loss of top fertile soil is a regular activity. Yes, the roots have the function, they will hold the soil particle. Due to that, soil erosion is minimal. If the forests are not there, soil erosion is a regular event. If the soil erosion occurs, obviously it lead into desertification. In simple terms, they explain. It includes everything. Yes. If the deforestation occurs, what are the consequences? Means the carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere increases, because if the plants are not there, the sink is missing. If the plants are present, large amount of carbon is conserved in the form of the biomass only. Loss of biodiversity due to the loss of habitat. Hydrological cycle disturbs. Yes. Soil erosion is more, it leads into the desertification. So this is the impact of deforestation on ecosystem. So now to stop this one, the next one is a reforestation. Yes, reforestation means opposite to this one. Reforestation means conversion of the area which is almost where the forest is existing in the past one, so which is cut due to any reason, that is called the reforestation. The remaining topic, reforestation and the people participation in the conservation of nature, and the one more topic, that is the joint forest management. So all these small topics we are going to cover in the next video. So today's topics are very simple. Yes, so just read properly only NCERT textbook, otherwise whatever the notes given from the college side. So again we will meet in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye. Have a nice day.